Okay, this is a short demo of how to solder by hand 0603 components. Now 0603 components are very small. This is an example of a 10 kilo ohm resistor in an 0603 package. First thing I'll show you is the components come on a strip, which is for use in normally the pick and place machines, automatically fed, and covering the strip is a thin cellophane cover, and I'll show you how to remove them safely without scattering them all over the floor if you're lucky. First thing is you hold the tape down with your fingers, cut out the portion of how many. I want 10 components, so if I think I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 there. Then holding them down with your fingers, you lift up the cellophane from one end with a pair of tweezers, like so. Then once you've lifted up the cellophane, it can be, while held down, peeled back, like so, and hold the components down while you peel back the cellophane, like so. And you make sure you hold the tape to the ground, so there's now no cellophane on there, and those are the components. Now very carefully I use a pair of tweezers, I pick them up, lift them clean of the paper and turn them over. You tinkle tinkle, and make sure you have all of them out there. So there they are on the paper. Move them all into a little pile, ready for assembly. The components are very cheap. The problem is not the loss of the components. The problem is if you lose them and they possibly get muddled up with other things you lose. Okay, here is the component we're going to be placing on the board. It's R1. So there it is. The method of assembly is as follows. We position the board in a position that we're comfortable to solder, like so. We then use a liquid flux on the component pad, using a pair of tweezers on the component, left and right. We place the component on the pad as carefully as we can, and we hold the component down with the tweezers like so on the pad. Using a soldering iron, we preload the soldering iron with some solder. So there is the soldering iron preloaded with a small blob of solder on the end. Then holding the component down with the tweezers, we solder one end, like so. Then turning the board around into a comfortable position for ourselves, and again holding the component down with the tweezers, push on the surface, we solder the other side, like so. They should just take a moment. There it is, soldered in place and roughly on the pad. Okay, thank you very much.